What's going on, guys? It's Jason here at SD Media. We've got a couple updates for you guys. One on the torque converter that UPS lost, and yeah, that's a whole, as you guys know, it's a whole ordeal. We got one side of the cow tracks on the race truck. I've been on the phone all this week here again with UPS, and I did talk to the director of claims for the UPS and the whole nine, and we'll get into that later on in the video. I just wanted to make an update here on mainly the UPS. I seen a couple comments there saying that they were gonna continue watching, so figure might as well make a quick video for you guys. Let's dive into the truck, see what all we got down to the truck. Not a whole lot, but we did get a little bit of work done to it, so we'll check that out. Then we're gonna run over to my uncle's house and grab a converter. He's got a yank, so we'll run over there. We'll see what's up with him, what he's working on, and then we'll go from there. So let's check the truck out. All right, guys, we're back here at the passenger side. Got all the frame painted on this side. Looks pretty good. Turned out pretty much the way I wanted it to. We got this side of the cow tracks on, as I mentioned earlier. Nothing's quite tightened down yet. None of the jam nuts are tight. I'm gonna put it in the middle hole there for testing, just because, you know, it's always pretty good to start in the middle for testing. We have to get our centering pin in yet. It broke when I pulled it apart, so I gotta just drop that stuff out of the way. No big deal, and we'll get that in. Other than that, this side's 3/4 of the way done. There's our old trans that we pulled out, and then here on the motor stand ready to get built is the new trans that's going in. I gotta clean it up. I got the pan off. I gotta get the valve body out and stuff like that. So let's head over to Slow Restoration's house, my uncle's house, and see if we can get you guys up there to see an up cam view. Let's head over to his house and see what he's doing, and see if we can get ourselves a converter. What's going on?
Oh, it's like you just got here. It's like we haven't just took 25 takes.
We may have forgot to record, guys. I heard you got a converter for me.
I do.
Let's check it out. There it is. This is better than the UPS I've already had.
Brand new. Oh, you just opened it. You bought it.
Brand new in the box. Look at that thing. I don't care about the converter. I just want the sticker.
That's your spring. Don't throw that away. That's your spring. There should be, I think the sticker's under it. But this is a Yank Pro Truck triple disc.
Look at that. Converter with no sticker.
You didn't pull it. I already took it.
Dang. Cool. There she is, guys. That's what's going in there since UPS lost the FTI.
This is better anyway.
That's what he says.
All right, let's get it back in there. All right, so follow these directions.
Okay.
They're there for a reason.
Okay.
Make sure.
Okay.
Here's your converter spring. There should be a sticker somewhere in there. Unless I already took it. I'm not sure.
Good deal. There it is, guys. Go check him out on YouTube, Slow Restoration. He makes some pretty decent content. Okay, guys, we're back. Just got back from my uncle's house. If you guys haven't already, go check out some of his videos. He's got some pretty cool how-to videos and just teaches you about stuff. He's pretty dang good at it. Let's get into the torque converter. So I can't remember where exactly I left off, but really long story short, I've been calling on the phone every day after work on my way home, all the way through dinner, and after that I watch a lot of Cletus's videos. So through Cletus's videos, like all on the phone. So I finally talked to the director, director of the claims department, and I got absolutely nowhere. So then I called again today. I even disputed my claim. They sent me a check for $176, which we'll discuss that at a later date. I was kind of fairly irritated about that. So I got a hold of somebody today that gave me a phone number for the Longwood, Florida UPS hub where my package is. It was the last place that it was scanned into. So I get on the tube with him, and the guy answers. Really, really nice guy. Had very few of them in this whole ordeal. Again, nobody seemed to want to help. Maybe I think this is the second guy that seemed to act like he cared. So shout out to that guy. So anyway, back to the story. He said that it got no physical person actually scanned my package into the Longwood, Florida hub's location. Has a lot to say. So in other words, he said, I forget what he said it was like an assuming arrival or something like that. I forget how he worded it. So in other words, the truck was on its way. The guy said 90% of the times, which I don't understand why they do this, but 90% of the times the trucks arrive and the packages go into the facility and then they go distributed from there. So they just updated the tracking. So, if you're shipping something, you can see where it is. So that's what happened. Nobody actually physically scanned it into the Longwood, Florida's hub facility. So now I got to deal with that. So now I had him he opened up the investigation again because they closed it. So now it's a reopened investigation. And he said now that the last place that it was physically scanned by someone was Jacksonville, Florida. So now I got to figure out how to get a hold of Jacksonville, Florida's hub, and then go from there, I guess. So the guy said the chances of me finding it are slim to none. So he said he didn't want to get my hopes up. That's why we went and got this converter from my uncle. But I'm still going to try. At the end of the day, it was a package that I had offered them a service to, and I feel as if I should get my service. I should have my product shipped to where I wanted it to go at the, roughly the correct time that it was supposed to get there. Not a bunch of this screwing around like I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. I'm glad I don't pay for minutes on my phone because I'd be broke. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just been one headache after another, and it hasn't been fun. I don't wish this upon anyone because it's so, like, you just can't get anywhere with anyone, and it's just how it feels. So that's the update. I'm kind of just counting my losses on it and hoping that it just shows up at FTI one day and I get a random phone call, be like, hey, your converter's here. I'm like, oh, sweet. So that's what's going on. Thanks for everyone who watched the last video. That thing, I think it only got 300 views, but man, that's crazy. That's pretty sweet for us to, literally be a nobody and start from nothing. I think we had 90 maybe on our first video. Then the second video that we put out was 300 views or something like that, which is, you look at Cletus or something, that's, nothing to him. That's 20 minutes of watching or 10 minutes of watching, but dang, that was pretty cool. So I even had some people commenting on it, which was cool. I wish you guys, I like that. I like the feedback. I like getting information from people and, changing to make sure what you guys like. So anyway, that's a lot of talking in this video. I promise I'll get some updates on the truck. Now that we have a converter, we can start moving forward. and I guess just pray and hope that our FTI converter shows up somewhere and either ends back here or at FTI, and I get a call from someone. So that's what I know. Everything that I know, you guys now know. I appreciate everyone's help, you know. Like I said, April 26th is coming up at Mason-Dixon. We're going to be there. I don't think the truck's going to be there just because I've been screwing off for the last 2 weeks on the phone, 3 weeks maybe, whatever it is. I forget now. On the phone, I lost a lot of work time on this. So it is what it is. We'll get there eventually. I'd sooner have a reliable truck than something that's just thrown together. So it is what it is. We'll have fun. We'll have fun filming there too. But either way, we'll be there. Either racing, probably not. Definitely filming. So enough said. Like I said, thanks for everyone again. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See what we can make of it. So thanks everyone. I really appreciate it.